This is part 2 of the story of how I met and prophesied to Kanye West. Such a ridiculous story. I cannot believe this is a real story. This happened to me. This is my life, everybody. We left off in part 1, which you should watch before you watch part 2 because 1 comes before 2. We left off with Yanni and I leaving out of the first encounter with Kanye and knowing that we were going to meet him again, knowing in the spirit that there was more to say and another connection to make. So a couple weeks later, we were on a walk and we came across this random creative loafing. It's random because this is Birmingham, Alabama, 2004. Loafing, for those of you that don't know what it is a paper that is local to Atlanta. So what was creative loafing doing in Birmingham, Alabama? I could not tell you. That's also, to me, as I'm remembering this story, further proof that God really wanted us to make this connection with Kanye, because there was no reason for a creative loafing to just be sitting on this table that we were passing on our walk in Birmingham, Alabama, and it is a paper that is local to a completely different city in a different state. Anyways, I digress. Reading through this creative loafing, and we come across this thing that says that Kanye West is going to be one of the performers at this concert series that's going on in Centennial Olympic Park this summer. This concert series, I can't remember if this was a $5 John or if this was free. I want to say it was free. Every single weekend they were having like really amazing performances in Centennial Olympic Park in downtown Atlanta for free. Or at the very most it was $5. It was something utterly ridiculous that with our poor selves we were like, we can afford this. But for whatever happened, we end up going to, actually remember, no, I know what happened. The Sunday before we were supposed to come to Atlanta. Saying come to Atlanta like I'm currently in Atlanta, and I'm not, but Atlanta's in my soul, so I am in Atlanta. Sunday before we were supposed to go to Atlanta, we were at church and I was up at the altar praying, just like crying out to God, whatever. And this woman comes next to me and like gets down on her knees next to me and starts praying with me. And then after she gets done praying, she says to me, she taps me, and I'm still in my prayer, like still huddled like down in a ball on my knees in prayer, and she says, come find me after church. This is a true story. This happened. So I go, no, she comes and finds me after church, and she comes up to me and she's like, come with me. Never seen this woman. I don't know this woman. I go to what would be considered at the time a mega church in Birmingham, Alabama. So like literally never saw her before that day or after that day. This is a full-blown true story. So we go into this little classroom situation and she says, the Spirit of the Lord spoke to me while I was praying for you and told me to do this to you. She opens up her pocketbook, pulls out her change purse, and opens it up and literally just starts pouring every single piece of money out of her wallet. It's a lot of change, but it's also a lot of dollars. Then she writes me a check for the rest of the contents in her bank account. She said, the Lord told me to give you every single piece of money that I have right now because this is an indication of what's about to happen in your life. Then she prophesied into my life and just spoke about the favor of the Lord over my life, about how I was just walking into greatness. Y'all don't need to know this whole prophetic experience that I had, but I will say is the life that I have lived since then. Legitimately, like, nigga, how is this my life? It's just too blessed. It don't make sense. It just makes me think about another story I need to tell y'all. I need to tell y'all about the time I did this lady's hair, and I need to tell y'all this story, but it's another day. Anyways, too blessed to be straight. So that's how we got the money to go to Atlanta. So we go to Atlanta the following week, and we get to Centennial Olympic Park and we walk in. We go to the backstage door thinking, this is what we do. We just get straight in. Nope. Can't get in. Can't get in. The person at the door is just like, that's really cute, but no. Literally, just as Kanye was done performing, the person that relieved the person that was originally at the backstage door lets us in. We go backstage. As we are going backstage, we literally can see Kanye walking out the back of the entrance, like the back entrance where, because this is an outside situation, walking out the back, getting in the car and leaving. Yanni and I were like, man, maybe we were wrong. Maybe this is our flesh. Maybe we were not going to meet Kanye. Like, this is crazy. We came all the way to Atlanta. We're crazy. What are we doing? Look down on the ground and there's a flyer that says, after party, Kanye West at Club Insomnia in Roswell, Georgia. Why do I remember this? Why do I remember what the name of this club was? Because this is a thing that happened. This is a crazy story, but it happened. So we go to get in our car, and we don't really have gas money like that. Neither one of us has, and this is 2004, so there's no like use the GPS to get to Club Insomnia, put it in, whatever. We just kind of like trying to figure out where Club Insomnia is. We start driving, and you know, 285 is just a big circle, so we get lost. No matter what, we're lost because we don't really know where we're going. Just figure, let's head in the direction of Roswell, which is north. So we get off of this exit to turn around because we figure like we've been driving forever and ever and we ain't got gas anyways. Like, let's turn around, let's get some gas, let's turn around. Swear, like, let me find the Bible right quick for you. I can't find no Bible because I use my Bible app, but Bible, like Bible, son, this is a true story. Get off the exit. What is that? Sorry. Get off the exit, this random exit, thinking that we're just gonna get gas and turn around, and we are at the exit where Club Insomnia is. Oh yeah, that happened. I forgot to tell you that Yanni and I have on all white. He has on a white skirt suit, like literally looking like an usher. And I have on a white pantsuit, this Ann Taylor pantsuit. Let me tell you that I don't remember where I got that suit from, but that thing was fine. My body was a party. Sorry. So we don't look like we're there at the club, and that's the reason why we dress like I guess like that's the reason why the Spirit empowered us to dress like that, because we didn't look like we was going to a concert in a park, and we certainly didn't look like we were going to a club. So we go to Club Insomnia, we walk up in our white suits, like looking like you don't belong here. Mind you, Kanye, who is really blowing up at the time, is a big deal. So there is a line, like a long line around the building waiting to get in. We walk past the entire line, walk straight up to the front, like past all these people, past the VIP, past everything, just walk straight up to the front. There's a guy standing at the door, and I've got to wrap this story up because this is such a ridiculous story. There's a guy standing at the door, and he just looks like he might be nice, so I walk up to him and I say, excuse me. He says, hey. I say, what's your name? He says, blank. I said blank because he did not tell me his name. He told me, like, nickname situation. I don't want the world to know how much of a cornball he actually is, but he did. He did not tell me his name. No shade. That's just real life. He says blank. I say, what does your mother name? He tells me his actual name. I say, oh, okay, it's nice to meet you. I said, me and my girlfriend, we are here to see Kanye. That's not true. I think I said we need to see the man of God. I think that's what I said. You see the man of God. He's like, okay. Literally did not ask any questions. I'm getting teary-eyed because this is a true story and I cannot believe this happened. I cannot believe that at some point in my life I behaved this way, but I guess that I should believe it because I behaved this way. So he's like, he's not here yet, but if y'all just stand over there and wait, as soon as he gets here, I'll walk you in. So Kanye gets there, we see him pull up, we see him walk in, and we see this guy that I was talking to go in and like disappear. So I'm like, Yanni, this dude done played us. I was about to say, Yanni, this nigga done played us, but I wasn't cutting up that bad in 2004. But now, if I could redo it, I would have been like, Yanni, this nigga playing us. But he doesn't. He comes back out the side and he's like, you know, I'm going to take you guys in now. So he grabs my hand, walks us straight to VIP, walks us straight up to Kanye, and is like, Kanye, these young ladies said that they need to speak to you. It literally was this easy. This is really what happened. So when Kanye sees us, his eyes get really big because he recognizes us because we just saw him like 2.5 weeks ago. And so when we walk into the VIP booth, it's the club. Like, music and foolishness is happening. So all this is going on around us. Kanye is like, I like the white. Good touch. Good touch. Like, we were like, yeah, we didn't want it to come across that we were trying to be inappropriate or anything. Like, we wanted to stand out, like, because we are set apart. Yanni, why were we this deep? Why did the Lord do this in us? So we say what we need to say to him. He is very receptive again, and then we leave. Literally, like, we don't do a twerk, we don't do a jig, we don't do anything. We don't try to exchange like any kind of like, Kanye, let's be besties. We literally just leave. As we're leaving out the side, this guy, the one that had walked us in, I didn't know where he went while we were talking to Kanye, but he comes running out the side door. He's like, hey, did you guys get what you needed? And then I prophesied to him. Like, I was like, man of God, the word of the Lord says da 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 da. And he's very receptive. Then I say, I get his telephone number. Now, for the record, I had a little boo thing at the time, so I swear I was not trying to spit game at him. So I got his telephone number so that we could stay in touch, just because I felt like, how dope is it that this really kind person just didn't ask any questions, just literally just walked us straight into this situation like this. Didn't have to, clearly. So I ended up in a 92-year relationship with this nigga named Ivan. Yeah, that, I didn't have any more personal, like, face-to-face interactions with Kanye after that, but me and Kanye really do need to have a conversation. He and I and Yanni should have a reunion so that we can discuss some of the things that we discussed all those years ago. Tell me in the comment section below if you think I'm a ridiculous person, because I don't know how I could get you to participate in this, like, your feedback other than, this is crazy. So you can say that if you would like. Or you could not. And you could just say, hey, EbonyJanice, I subscribe to your YouTube channel because you tell great stories from your ridiculous life.